Do not sleep with whitening strips in your mouth. After bleaching your teeth thoroughly, rinse your mouth out with water. Dear Heloise, a bunch of celery will keep for much longer if you remove it from the plastic bag and wrap it in aluminum foil. I cut a piece about twice as long as the bunch and wrap it lengthwise. It lasts for a few weeks this way. Submitted by Stacy T. via email. Dear Heloise, I saw a letter from Ruth in Minnesota asking what she should use for her dark elbows. I had one elbow that was very dark, and nothing I used lightened it. After my doctor did blood tests, I realized this was caused by a niacin deficiency. When I started B-complex supplements, my elbow lightened. I would advise Ruth to do a micronutrient test. Submitted by Lisa in Florida. Lisa, nearly every unusual thing that occurs on the body should be seen by a doctor. Things such as a mole that suddenly pops up, a discoloration of skin, or a lump that starts to grow needs attention. It might be harmless, but if it's not, then it's best to get it seen as soon as possible by a professional. Heloise. Send a money or time-saving hint to Heloise@Heloise.com. And from Dear Abby, younger neighbors show they have growing up to do. Dear Abby, I am 54 and already facing ageism. Some of my neighbors who are in their 30s and 40s make ageist statements aimed at me, followed by, I didn't know you could wear something like that at your age. I was offended but remained silent and didn't react emotionally. The next incident occurred in front of a group of people in the elevator. I was going down with my new mountain bike, ready to take it for a spin, when a young couple got on. The man said, "Nice bike. I didn't know people your age could still ride mountain bikes." Are there any good comebacks to these ageist barbs? I haven't reacted because my dignity is important to my personal growth and well-being. Is it best to remain silent? What do you suggest? Submitted by Growing Old Gracefully. Dear Growing Old, at 54, you aren't over the hill. I see people in their 70s and 80s who are active, vital, and attractive. You aren't going to teach classless younger people any lessons, so keep your reaction good-humored. When it happens again, and it may, smile and tell the youngster you hope they are lucky enough to do this, wear this, or whatever it is when they reach your age. Then keep on walking or biking and don't look back. You can contact Dear Abby at www.dearabby.com or P.O. Box 69440, Los Angeles, California 90069. Today in history. In 1990, West Germany and East Germany ended 45 years of post-war division, declaring the creation of a unified country. In 1951, the New York Giants captured the National League pennant by a score of 5-4 as Bobby Thompson hit a 3-run homer off Ralph Branca of the Brooklyn Dodgers, which became known as the shot heard around the world. And from sports, finding their voice. The search is on for a leader to fill the void left by Chris Paul's departure. The sound of bouncing basketballs still hit the same inside the Victory Capital Performance Center. The squeak of rubber-soled shoes still echoes off the walls. Coaches still exhort players through drill after drill, while players talk the requisite amount of trash during end-of-practice shooting games. Yet, there has been a voice missing from the opening days of the Spurs' 2025 training camp. At once gruff and caring and wizened by decades of been there, done that, seen everything in the NBA. Greg Popovich's, yes, but also Chris Paul's. Chris was a big voice for us last year, forward Julian Champagny said. He was a good leader, a good vocal leader. After one season spent cracking the whip in San Antonio, Paul, an 11-time All-Star point guard, is back with the Los Angeles Clippers for his age 40 season. The Spurs are not the same without him. The team has the bodies to replace Paul in the lineup where he started all 82 games a season ago, but the search is on to replace Paul as a floor general and locker room leader. It is going to take more than one player to replace Paul's voice on the court, on the sidelines, and in the locker room. This season, it's going to take an entire choir to do the preaching. It's going to be hard to find somebody to fill those shoes, Champagne said, but I think we can if we have everybody. We have several birthdays today. Eva Bozeman, 66. Celia Codillo, 63. Arturo Vasquez, 46. Lawrence Minnick, 79. And David Valleja, 58. Happy birthday to all of you. Some other notable birthdays. Rock and roll star Chubby Checker is 84. Blues musician Keb Mo is 74. Rock drummer Tommy Lee is 63. Film director Denis Villeneuve is 58. Actor Neve Campbell is 52. Actor Lena Headey is 52. Actor Tessa Thompson is 42. Rapper A$AP Rocky is 37. Actor Ayo Edebiri is 30. Actor Noah Schnapp from Stranger Things is 21. Today's horoscopes. Today's birthday, October 3rd. You are strong-willed and focused. You can be a perfectionist wanting to achieve your best. Simplicity is the key to life this year. Work to create solid foundations, both physical and internal. In your world, take charge of your health. Physical exercise is important. A moon alert. Avoid shopping, except for food and gas, or important decisions from 2 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time today. Aries, March 21st to April 19. 4 stars. This is an excellent day for warm discussions with friends and members of groups. In fact, the conversation might prompt you to refine some of your future goals. It's possible. Tonight, enjoy privacy. Taurus, April 20 to May 20. 4 stars. You can make an excellent impression on authority figures today, bosses, parents, and VIPs. They see you as insightful and empathetic. Tonight, be friendly. Gemini, May 21 to June 20th. 4 stars. A conversation with someone from another culture will be warm and rewarding today because both parties will feel sympathetic with each other. You might enjoy talking to a child or someone younger. Tonight, you're noticed. Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. 4 stars. You might want to think about your financial dwellings or money decisions you make with someone else, because today you feel sympathetic and generous. True generosity is giving what is needed. Tonight, explore. Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. 4 stars. Discussions with neighbors, siblings, and relatives will be mutually rewarding today because you will listen to their point of view even if you don't agree with them. Tonight, check your finances. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. 4 stars. Money is a tricky subject. Many people don't want to discuss their earnings. They also might hesitate bargaining for something. Tonight, be cooperative. Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. 4 stars. Discussions with children will be mutually rewarding today. Likewise, romantic partners can achieve an easy understanding and practical give and take. Each party knows what the other one wants. Tonight, get organized. Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. 3 stars. Trust your intuition today because your spidey sense is heightened. If doing research, seeking answers, or looking intuitively for a direction, listen to your gut instincts. Tonight, socialize. Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. 4 stars. A heart-to-heart talk with a friend today will be meaningful. People are in touch with their feelings, which allows them to listen sympathetically as well as share their concerns. Tonight, home and family. Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. 4 stars. A boss, parent, or someone in authority might discuss earnings, cash flow, or something to do with your possessions today. If this discussion takes place, trust in your ability to be honest and direct. Tonight, conversations. Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. 4 stars. You might learn exciting new information today in a formal way through a class or a school, or you might learn something by talking to someone from another country or a different culture. Tonight, maintain your possessions. Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. 4 stars. Feelings of privacy might make you hesitate to reach out to someone today, especially regarding practical discussions about banking and shared property. You have clear thoughts about these matters. Tonight, you win. We have been reading from the San Antonio Express News for Friday, October 3rd, 2025. I am Susan Chambers. Our studio manager has been Jeff Chandler. A recording of this broadcast will be replayed this evening from 7 to 10 p.m. Please stay tuned, and thank you for listening.
Hello and welcome to our program Reader's Digest, brought to you by Owl Radio and the Low Vision Resource Center in San Antonio. I'm John Fisher, and during the next half hour, I'll be reading articles from Reader's Digest here on Owl Radio. First, from the New Zealand edition of Reader's Digest, Earth Heroes. 2 savvy businesswomen want us to start eating insects. It's good for the environment, but can consumers get over the yuck factor? From For Our Planet, here's Bernd Hauser with Do You Dare in Reader's Digest. I'm standing with Melina Sugargearsdottir in front of an enormous pan in a catering kitchen in Copenhagen as she flips sizzling quote-unquote meatballs the size of ping pong balls. In Denmark, they are called codboller. But these meatballs are not made of minced beef, lamb, or pork. Instead, they contain up to 40% ground buffalo mealworm larvae mixed with pea meal. Before the tasting session, I made the mistake of doing some research and learned that buffalo beetles live off feed scraps and chicken droppings on farms. But I can't think about that now. I'm determined to try Melina's meatballs with an open mind. She and her business partner, Jessica Boll-Nielsen, both in their early 30s, have big plans to sell sustainable insect-based food products to the world. Not just because they will help fight climate change, but because they taste good. Melina places a steaming meatball on my plate. It gives a little when I press my fork into it, just like a conventional meatball. I put a morsel in my mouth. There are notes of umami and the slightest hint of iron. If I didn't know better, I wouldn't suspect that I am chewing ground-up bugs. To me, it tastes like mushroom with a slightly nutty flavor, says Jessica. Our meat has a protein content that's as high as or higher than ground beef. It also contains omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin B12, and iron, which gives it a familiar meaty taste. The pair founded their company, Hey Planet, that's H-E-Y Planet, in the year 2017 with a simple mission. Climate change, species extinction, world hunger. Our food shouldn't contribute to these crises any longer, Jessica explains. 1/3 of the Earth's arable land is used to grow livestock feed. At the same time, millions of people are starving in the Horn of Africa, which is experiencing its worst drought in 40 years. We already have a solution, plant-based food, but people also want animal protein, says Melina. Consumers and producers are still not considering insects as a solution. The pair met in the year 2016. Boll-Nielsen, a student at the Copenhagen Business School, wanted to pursue a career that would improve the world a little. Melina, who was doing her master's in agricultural development at the University of Copenhagen, believed that Western consumers needed to eat more insect-based foods. Over a meal of risotto with roasted crickets, the pair decided to go into business together. Since then, Melina has been focused on product development and Jessica on curbing my impatience in developing our business realistically and strategically, admits Melina with a laugh. Their biggest stumbling block is that many of their potential customers find insects disgusting, but many